Ichimon Japan is made possible in part by Patreon support. And I'd like to say thank you to our two newest patrons, Lisa Mueller and Paco Stoddard. Thank you so much for joining the $3 a month plus Alpha tier. And one more thank you for Rod, who just contributed to our new Ko-fi page. So if you just want to do a one-time contribution, you can do so over at Ko-fi. That's ko-fi.com/JapanKyo. And you can buy us a coffee, as they say. I think it's $3 increments. So, you can do whatever you want over there. Send us a little bit of money. It's a great help. And just a quick extra note here. We recently just started a documentary YouTube channel where we do videos about interesting people in Japan. It's called JapanKyo Docs. So if you want to go check that out, and I highly recommend you do so, and hit the subscribe button while you're there, go check out japankyo.com/YT or look it up on YouTube. And again, Patreon, japankyo.com/Patreon if you want to help us out. All right, let's get into today's episode.
That was good.
The phrase Christmas churro just sounds hilarious.
Yeah, you gotta have your Christmas churro.
Every morning on Christmas, we wake up and we have our Christmas churros. Welcome to Ichimon Japan. I'm Tony.
And I'm Ryan.
All right, so Ichimon means one question, and every episode we ask a question about Japan. Today's question is, should I go to Super Nintendo World in Universal Studios Japan?
I feel like for the first time ever, we should say we're not sponsored.
True. I wish we were. Oh my goodness, I wish we were. It's like, USJ, give us all your money. We'll talk about you. Happily.
Give us 1 day's worth of income and we'll give you a glowing review.
Yes. Help us pay for hosting, please. Okay, so the reason for this episode is that Ryan recently got to go to this
I did.
This new land area in Universal Studios Japan. And I especially wanted to do this because it's still pretty much, I would say, not possible for the average person to get into Japan due to all the pandemic stuff. There's a lot of people that want to go to Super Nintendo World or even Universal Studios Japan in general, but can't. So I figured it was a nice opportunity to get this out. And we're talking right at the end of November of 2021. So I'll get this out in December. So it's still a fresh episode. So Ryan, tell us about your trip to USJ. When was this? How much did it cost? What did you do?
I think it was 2 weeks ago now.
Mm-hmm.
How much did it cost? In dollars? It's like 80? Let me check.
Sounds about right. Yeah, I went once, but this was maybe 7 years ago or something. It was quite a while ago. And I remember it being roughly around that much. And I went for the Halloween event. Because some friends wanted to go and I didn't really care, but I tagged along. Oh yeah, and then I also went one other time in the summer when they were having a Attack on Titan special ride and different stuff. They always have anime related stuff in the summers. So
yeah, they have a new rotating event now that I think they call Cool Japan, where they have usually it's anime based, but it can be anything pop culture because it's been like Monster World before.
Yeah. I know.
I believe right now it's Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Yeah, Demon Slayer. Yeah, I know they've done Evangelion.
I have a good story about Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Oh, okay.
I did not write it because I went with my girlfriend, and she was she had the USJ app, which gave you various info about the park, and you could sign up. So for the Super Nintendo World, you have to have a certain timed ticket to enter. You can't just enter freely because they want to keep it from being too crowded. Which actually really helps because it had one of the shorter waiting times for rides compared to even stuff that's not new.
Oh, that's
but
great.
Kimetsu no Yaiba was, what's that called in English? Demon Hunter? Demon
Slayer? Slayer.
Just so people will know, because it's kind of having... I feel like its popularity kind of petered off a bit in Japan, and now people are really into Jujutsu Kaisen, but...
Yeah.
It took them time to set it up, so now it's the second most popular anime, I guess. Anyway.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Mm-hmm.
According to her app, I think there was a 5-hour wait for that ride.
Whoa!
Yeah, so we did not ride it.
Yeah, those lines in Japan can get pretty damn long at theme parks.
I've never seen that length. Like, I'm actually suspicious the app was wrong. So
Uh-huh.
they have one ride that I've actually been on. It's an indoors ride, kind of like Space Mountain, and you wear VR goggles.
Yeah.
Which, again, this is not Nintendo Land, I'm sidetracking, but they are the coolest VR goggles on the face of the earth. Because, so I have very, very bad vision. And I own, like, PSVR myself. And usually when you do VR, you put it over your glasses and just, like, play like that. I went when they were doing the Final Fantasy event, like, 2 or 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I got to the front of the line. I think at that time it was only, like, a 2.5-hour wait. And they're like, oh, take off your glasses. I'm like, oh, but I can't see. Like, oh, don't worry. I put their goggles on. They, like, magically adjust to your eyes and just become clear, even without glasses.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah, it was, like, honestly shocking for someone who's had to wear glasses, like, every day for 20 years and has terrible vision to be like, holy crap, I can see and I'm not wearing glasses. I'm just wearing giant plastic goggles.
And what's the theme of this ride? I don't think I've been on that one.
So it's not there anymore. Like the Cool Japan ride. Well, I guess it's various events. This particular ride is an indoor Space Mountain-like ride that you wear VR goggles, and they make it look like whatever the current theme is. So I went on it when it was Final Fantasy, and you like rode an airship and went through various famous places.
I think it's called like the XR something.
It's like the XR something ride, but now it's the Kimetsu no Yaiba something because they change the name every time.
Right.
And we did not ride it because I've already been on it when it wasn't Kimetsu no Yaiba, and neither one of us wanted to wait 5 hours. Yeah,
the Attack on Titan one wasn't so much, at least when I went, which was, I don't know, like 3-4 years ago, wasn't so much a ride. It was really like a show, and it was like an original animation, but like the seat kind of moved a little bit, I think, if I remember correctly, but it was more like you were sitting in a theater and maybe like they might, I don't know, release stuff into the air, like
poisons,
different airs and stuff, like waters and liquids and stuff. So it seems like they killed a Titan and then like you get splashed with blood or something like that. So it was one of those types of things.
It's more than one ride, I'll say, for the Cool Japan thing, because they also have like, when I went 3 years ago, the little theater near the entrance was playing like a Sailor Moon thing for Sailor Moon fans.
Yeah, that was probably where the Attack on Titan one was. Yeah.
There's another like event hall that I didn't get to go to because we ran out of time, but they were doing Monster Hunter, which was also not a ride, but I think you got to like walk through some place where they had like little models of the monsters, and I think you got like styrofoam swords or something.
Yeah. When I went, it was a big Monster Hunter like theme, and like they kept playing the music like all around the park, and I don't remember if there was a ride or anything, but there was a lot of Monster Hunter stuff all over the place.
Yeah, there was some kind of Monster Hunter event, because I got in the line like in the evening, but then we had to leave to make our train, so I never actually got to go through it.
Okay.
But yeah, right now it's Kimetsu no Yaiba for the XR ride. Right. The show, I think, is doing like Sing, because I think Sing 2 is coming out soon.
Sing?
The like Pixar singing animated thing where it's like American Idol.
Jeez, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, but I remember now.
I don't remember what the other one was, but we didn't go on that either. Whatever the replacement for Monster Hunter's Room was. But I did go to Super Nintendo World.
Yes, please, let's go back to that. Yes. So, how was it? What did you do? How did it go?
It's really cool, but very, very small.
Oh, okay.
Like you could tell they're kind of limited on land now, because they didn't remove anything for it. I think they just kind of like built it next to the park on land they could get.
Mm-hmm.
So you enter by going through a gigantic green pipe, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really dang cool when you walk out. Like you kind of like turn a corner and suddenly you're in Mario Land, and it actually looks like you're in a Super Nintendo game.
Mm-hmm.
And like lots of tourists were like literally just stopping in their tracks and literally like sugoi, like over and over and over.
I love that.
But like I think it was warranted. It really looks really cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
Oh, I checked, by the way. It's 8,200 yen for a basic ticket right now.
Okay.
Which is
like $80,
like
$80 US
or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I know in Japan people think it's like too expensive, but then if you compare it to American theme parks, it's actually like kind of cheap.
Yeah.
But I believe the whole area only has 3 attractions, 2 of which are rides.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, they also sell you little hand armbands to go in.
Oh yeah, like little wristband things, right?
Yeah, we did not buy that, but apparently you can like hit little coin blocks they have around the park and also in the lines to
Yeah, yeah,
get
yeah.
coins, and it keeps track of your coins, and you're trying to get like the most, and it compares you with other guests that day, I guess.
Oh, okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, they are ludicrously expensive and a waste of money.
I mean, you don't even get anything, right? It's just like you get the sound effect and the joy of hitting something, I guess.
Yeah, and they cost like 3,000 yen or something, I heard.
Wow. All right. Well, they must be making a killing from like the little kids that say, "Daddy, I want the wristband."
I'm looking for them now to find the price to confirm it. I see someone who's reselling them for people who can't go for $70.
Whoa. Okay. So I didn't realize, okay, you can actually buy it, take it home with you.
Yeah, I think
keep
you
it as
have to buy it.
Oh, okay. Huh. Well.
And they're like, because we were like, oh, maybe we'll get that if it's like cheap. And then we heard the price, and like, that's insane. Why would we buy that? It doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah. Well, it's the Nintendo super fan is going to want to take it home, I guess.
Apparently you can connect it with your Switch somehow?
That's interesting. If there's some extra functionality, I mean, maybe.
Oh, okay, I just checked this right now. So it does the basically nothing in the park, but it can also be used as an amiibo for your Switch.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you're a hardcore, amiibo person.
Yeah.
Then,
So, okay, the 3 rides, I went on 2 of them. One of them is the Mario Kart ride, which is kind of like the main event draw ride.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be honest, it was okay.
How is it? Like, is it a fixed coaster? Like, what do you do?
It's basically a indoor roller coaster. It's pretty light. Like, I don't think anyone's going to get motion sickness from it.
Yeah.
You wear 3, I guess they're augmented reality glasses for this one. So you're riding through like a real world Mario Kart track, which is really cool. Like the scenery is really cool. The line's also really cool. You're kind of going through like Koopa's castle. And on the ride yourself, you're in a go-kart race where you're part of like the Mario, Luigi, Peach team racing against Koopa and the Koopalings.
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess he's Bowser in English now, right?
Yeah.
And you wear AR, augmented reality glasses. So they're just like clear glasses. But when you look around on the course, you can see the other like cartoon racers like Mario and the Koopalings.
That's cool.
Like chasing you. And your go-kart has like little buttons that you can press to like shoot shells at them. You also get coins if you like turn your steering wheel at the right time. So the kart's on tracks. It'll turn automatically. Yeah. But if you react well and turn properly, you'll get more coins.
Okay.
I wish I had been able to ride it twice because it's kind of neat, the concept, but when you're spending the whole time focusing on shooting the Koopalings, because again, you get coins from it,
you
kind of don't get to pay attention to what's actually going on around you in the ride.
True, yeah.
But it was okay. The sad thing is, because it's like the new ride, I want to say it's like the best ride, but I think it's like the 3rd or 4th best ride at the park right now. Because I think the Harry Potter and the Spider-Man one are still better.
Oh, well, yeah, the Spider-Man one's a classic. And then the Harry Potter one, which one? I think they have a roller coaster, or what do
they do? I never got to ride the roller coaster because
neither did I.
It looks fun, but compared to the main Harry Potter one, it looks kind of underwhelming, so everyone skips it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so the Harry Potter one I'm talking about is the one that you have like the theaters in front of you and you see stuff. It's kind of like I don't know how to describe that one. So I think they're called dark rides when you're like indoors. Yeah, and you're in a cart that is moving around about the same speed as the Mario Kart. But it's not like one screen in front of you. You're moving through real rooms and then kind of put in front of screens occasionally to see the Harry Potter characters running around.
Right. Yeah. I didn't go on that one either.
It's one of the more popular rides there, and it is a really good ride. I've never even like watched or been a fan of Harry Potter in my life, but I think that ride's good.
Okay.
So the Mario Kart one I would say is pretty good, not great. I did not do the wristband thing, so I mean, if you're really into being competitive with toddlers, I guess you could do that.
Toddlers you don't even know, so even if you beat them, you can't brag about it.
It was mostly kids who had it, and sometimes a parent if they were with like an infant, so they could do it for them.
Right.
But anyone like my age, or I'll say even like 20s and over, usually didn't bother with the little bracelet thing.
Sure.
So the second ride is the Yoshi's Adventure ride, and it is 100% a for babies nothing happens ride.
Yeah.
But still, everyone was riding it because it's new.
Sure. Yeah,
We
it's
also
new.
rode
And
it.
come on, it's Yoshi. Come on. Yeah.
My girlfriend got like a little bit of motion sickness, so we thought that would be like a nice cool down ride. Not a little bit. She was actually kind of bad for a while.
Does it spin
Not
a lot?
from the Mario Kart ride. She got it from the Harry Potter ride.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we thought like it was kind of getting near the end of closing, and we were both like really tired too. So they're like, okay, we'll just sit on it and walk around, or like watch it do what it does. That ride, I will say, was actually just very disappointing. It had about a 2-hour line, and it's incredibly short. Like we were expecting it to be a baby ride, but we were thinking like at least we'll like have fun looking at little like cute Yoshi animatronics dancing around or whatever. It's kind of like Splash Mountain, I guess, where you see just like weird Mario themed animatronics just playing, but then there's no drop or anything, just like it ends.
Oh, okay.
And what was disappointing is just it's so short. You go through like one tunnel, I think one kind of long tunnel, one very short tunnel, and then it's over.
Oh, I mean, especially if you got to wait a couple hours.
Yeah, we had to wait. And they were clearly not expecting that one to be as popular as it was, because everything has really decorated and interesting lines, so you're kind of like looking at stuff while you're waiting. That one, like a door was open in the line that just went like between buildings, and you're just standing in like a cement alleyway.
Okay.
And that's where the majority of the line was. We were there for like an hour.
That's a shame. Okay.
I have a feeling once the like newness dies down, people will realize that ride's for babies, and then it won't be as popular, and then you won't have to go there anymore.
Yeah.
The gimmick for that one is you're like with Captain Toad.
Toad? Like in English, is it just Toad?
Yeah, the mushroom head guy.
Yeah, Toad. Yeah, in English it's Toad.
Kinopia Taicho. It had a story like given in.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I didn't know he was. Well, maybe in that
from
he's
it was originally, I think, a Wii U game where he had to like go around and gather things, but then I think they released on Switch too. Gotcha. Yeah, he's like taking you on an adventure to find rare Yoshi eggs.
Okay, and eat them?
I don't think so.
We're going to eat the delectable Yoshi eggs.
But like, they're not even hidden, so they're in like the little like animatronics, and when you get close to it, like you have a little steering wheel that doesn't turn that has like 3 buttons on it, like red egg, blue egg, green egg, and you have to like press the correct color. It's really for babies.
Yeah, that is a really kiddie ride. Yeah.
And you find all 3 of the colored ones, and in the end, you find a golden egg, and like the little thing still lights up for you to press a button. And we're both like, we don't have a gold button. What are we supposed to do? And it wasn't just us; like everyone is like mashing every button. Like, how do I do this? Am I going to lose out on something?
Oh, that's funny. They ran out of money when it came for that time for the last button.
It does say the gold egg's like a rare egg, but I don't know. Which is weird because there's like a yellow egg in Super Mario World that's not any more rare than the other colored eggs. So it looks exactly like the golden egg.
Well,
he just stomps the ground if he holds a shell, guys. It's not that big of a deal. In fact, he's the worst of the colored Yoshis.
Yeah. Blue Yoshi, come on, get the flag.
Yeah, Blue Yoshi for the win always.
Yeah. Okay, so it's all right. So Yoshi, and it's a pass. And then you said there was one other thing, like a show or something?
Yeah, there's something that's like made for the bracelet. You go inside and you play various games where you like punch blocks and stuff. Because we didn't buy the bracelet and also it had an extremely long line, we didn't do that.
Gotcha.
And looking at the line, it was primarily elementary-aged kids and their parents. So maybe it was amazing, and maybe you can try it if you want to go, but we didn't. There's also like various shops and restaurants. I think there's one restaurant. And there's like they generally had, I think at all times, people dressed up like Mario and Peach and Luigi and Yoshi, like walking around, dancing and signing autographs and stuff.
Well, that's funny. All right, that's nice. So, I mean, from the sounds of it, it seems like it the decor, the atmosphere, everything is pretty cool. But still, like it seems like it would have been nice if it was a little bit bigger and they had like a little something else, right?
It does feel full for the size it is, but it would have been nice if they had access to more land to put a little bit more there.
Yeah. Like I remember hearing about some kind of Donkey Kong ride, but I'm not sure if that's for a different Universal Studios, that they're going to have a different ride at some other location. So maybe.
I've heard rumors that there's going to be more, and this is just the first one. So
Okay,
maybe.
maybe. Yeah.
But that's only been rumors. I don't think I've heard anything like official from them.
Yeah, I mean, for anybody that hasn't been to Universal Studios Japan, it is smaller than, for example, what I'm used to, which is the one in Florida. I've been to that one several times. And, when you compare the two parks, they have Islands of Adventure and then Universal Studios Florida, that is significantly bigger than the one in Japan. But, I mean, it is still a really fun place. I mean, I think if you're in the area, it's worth checking out.
And I do think it has grown. So the first time I went was like in 2007 or 2008, before the Harry Potter world.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe, if memory serves me right, whenever they added on the Harry Potter and added on the Mario, they actually acquired more land. It wasn't just like closing down other rides.
Yeah, I think so.
So it has grown. Because the very first time I went, I thought this was fun, but it was very small. Now it's this is an acceptable sized amusement park.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's not gigantic or anything.
They also have the Minions ride, and I assume that's still there, right? That was there a few years ago when I went. Yeah.
It replaced the Back to the Future ride. They didn't get a whole land for themselves.
Yeah, no more Back to the Future. People don't care about Marty and Doc anymore. Too bad.
The one thing that always surprises me is they built a whole New York land for the Spider-Man ride, and it's the only ride in the area, because every other area has 2 or 3 rides.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. No other New York stuff for that. So, would you say it? Oh well, did you buy anything, or was it just check out, leave?
So, I would recommend going if that's where we're going. Well, I guess it depends on where you're coming from. Would I recommend traveling from the U.S. all the way to Japan just for this? No.
Yeah,
I don't think it's worth $2,000.
Yeah.
If you happen to be in Japan anyway and want to go, then yeah.
Yeah, I would say plan, I don't know, 2 weeks to be in Osaka and Kyoto and the Kansai area maybe, or even a week, and then you can spend a day at USJ, right?
Yeah,
don't just
if it's easy to go there, then by all means it is a fun way to spend a day.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be planning the entire trip around this one event.
Right.
Japan is more interesting than USJ.
Yes. Yes, especially if it's your first time. I mean, there's so much other stuff to see. But I get it. I grew up playing Nintendo and all that, and just going through the pipe there and getting to see the whole design and everything. I mean, that seems just fun in and of itself, and taking pictures and all that stuff. So I get it.
There were areas that were kind of blocked off, which, again, I don't know, but maybe they're planning to expand it further. But I did feel it's a bit of a missed opportunity that it's called Super Nintendo Land, not Super Mario Land. But it's all Mario. There's no Zelda, there's no Metroid, there's no Fire Emblem. And I feel it probably would have been more interesting to have a Zelda or Metroid ride somewhere.
I agree, and I do hope they start expanding into other properties. But I guess they're just going with the safe bet, right? Everybody knows Mario, and that's kind of the big draw. And you get the motif, the whole, classic Nintendo sort of thing that appeals to both the older people and the younger people. So... and then I guess I'll expand from there. Hopefully, I would love to see a Zelda ride or, something a little more, I don't know, a roller coaster or something like that, a little bit bigger. So,
I will say, because my girlfriend got motion. So, okay, it's kind of bad. She hadn't gone since this park first opened 20 years ago, and she had heard the Harry Potter ride was super good, which I do think it's probably the best ride. So when we got there, our time ticket for Super Nintendo World was, I think, 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. By the way, in case you're curious, if you have a ticket that says 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, you don't have to leave at 2 o'clock. You're just supposed to enter within that 1 hour.
Okay, good to know.
The lines themselves take over an hour. But anyway, so we went to Harry Potter first, and she got very, very motion sick, and then didn't ride anything until we went to Mario Land, I think. But because of that, I got to experience the park in a different way, where we kind of just walked around and watched shows and had various restaurant foods and stuff, little park foods. And honestly, I think just doing that is entertaining enough.
Yeah,
there's really good restaurants there. There's lots of really good snacks. I think the Jurassic Park turkey legs are kind of famous. and they have seasonal rotating churros. We were there like just in time to get we got the Christmas ones because it's like mid-November when we went.
Yeah, Christmas churro. That's I love that.
I think it's always a churro, and they just like decorate it
I
for
know.
the season. So it had like white frosting to look like snow, and like little colored ones that I think are supposed to be like present boxes.
I get it.
But like that was just good.
The phrase Christmas churro just sounds hilarious.
Yeah, we gotta have your Christmas churro.
Every morning on Christmas, we wake up and we have our Christmas churros.
We watched the Universal Monsters Rock and Roll show.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I mean they do that in Florida too. Yeah,
I feel like there's other things besides the rides that lots of people just kind of ignore, but because she didn't want to go on the rides, we kind of didn't ignore them, and they're perfectly fun little events and stuff.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
We were both completely entertained until she felt better. And the food was really good. And I did learn one thing also, a strategy if you go there. You can make the waiting time drastically faster if you just go in the singles line.
Yeah, I've done that before. Yeah.
And like while you're waiting in line, you're still with whoever your like group is anyway. You just might not sit next to them on the ride. But for example, Spider-Man, I think was 50-minute normal wait, but singles wait was like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And the sign said 15 minutes, but it was like 5 minutes. I just walked right up to the cart and like waited for an opening.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I've done that before, but in the US, I think they do that too. I think that's where I've done it. So
so
highly recommend it.
If they have a singles line, even if you're with a group, go in the singles line.
Yeah, you might be able to go on twice if everybody else is still waiting in the other line.
I actually went on Spider-Man like 5 times because I like Spider-Man a whole lot. And eventually they said singles 5 minutes. And it was literally just you walk through the line. Like there's no waiting. You just walk through like the little decorated crap, get on the car and you go.
Awesome.
And it was just like every time we happened to be walking past the Spider-Man event, it was like, oh, I guess I'll go again. Because I think we went to the New York area for like the pizza.
Oh, yeah.
We wanted to go to one restaurant that was closed. I forgot what it was now, though. I think it was like an Italian place. But the pizza was good, too.
Great. Okay, so verdict is check it out if you're in the area, but, maybe you shouldn't go completely out of your way to go there. It will always be there for the foreseeable future, so no need to go crazy rushing over it.
In case you're in Japan and can go recently or soon, and you're worried about Corona, I mean, good, be worried about Corona, but masks are mandatory, and they had the rubbing alcohol to clean your hands. What?
The hand sanitizer.
Alcohol Shodoku. What are they calling that in English now?
Hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer. There you go. Like all over the place. Like every 20 feet in line, there's another one set up. Just walking around, it's all over the place. That's
good.
Yeah, so...
I mean, especially given that they're like touching the blocks and all that stuff, it's good to...
Yeah. I think it was always next to the blocks, too.
Oh, okay.
So it was like, if you want to do this, sanitize your hands, block, and then sanitize your hands again.
Damn. You're going to end up with some very red hands by the end of the day if you keep doing that. All right. So thank you for the report. I've been wanting to check it out, but like I said, can't go yet. So maybe, next time I'm in Osaka, it might be worth passing by. But otherwise...
I'd probably go again.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can go together. Wee. All right. Well, thank you for the report, Ryan. And next episode, we'll be back to our usual weird questions, probably. So
and it'll be a weird one.
All right. See you next time.
See ya.